Welcome to another edition of Fraud Watch TV. I'm your host, Ringo, and today we're going to deal with an interesting topic. As you all know, I've been covering the details that all of you who are into scooters must know regarding the Dualped guy. Well, the Dualped guy is pretty much back in the news. So we decided to title this particular stream with an interesting name. Dualped $14.99 scooter scam exposed. Yeah, that's right. The Dualped $14.99 scooter scam exposed. That's what we're going to talk about today. Because when you consider the Dualped guy and you understand what he's trying to do, he's desperate right now for a sale. He's very, very desperate. Shout out Soho War. What's going on? The Dualped guy is desperate right now. He have a video that he put up, which is really a video he made against me. He didn't say my name, but he did something real stupid. Let me see if I can pull it up on the screen, kind of show you the facts. I took a little screenshot here. Let's see if we can bring this up. Yeah, I seen this in his video. It says there's a shoe salesman out there pretending to be a fraud watch guy, misleading customers and telling them to go there. I warned all who called me, and those that didn't listen got their cards confiscated and dumped. They texted me and called me back and said I should have listened. Now, I want to break down a lot of things about this Dualped guy because he's a fraud, he's a manipulator, and he's playing mind games with you people. He said a shoe salesman out there. I'm not a shoe salesman. I guess he watched my YouTube videos on my Ringo TV Raw channel where I do unboxing videos with Jordans and shoes, and he probably assumed that I'm a shoe salesman. No. So that's a lie again. But he said that I'm pretending to be a fraud watch guy. This is not pretending. I'm real. And I'm exposing Dualped for who he really is. He's a fraud. So he made a video title. This is his video title. $14.99 Dualpeds now available. World's fastest scooter, simply the best. It's over on his YouTube channel. All you gotta do is just search Dualped and you'll get the particular stream. But that video that he made was a desperate attempt for sales. You see, sales are down at Dualped. Why? Because of my videos. Because my videos are waking up the public. My videos are waking up scooter buyers, scooter lovers. They are waking up to the fact that Dualped is a fraud. So now he wants you to believe that you can buy the world's fastest scooter, right? For $14.99 now. He claimed with this new scooter that he have, this new line, you don't get proprietary motors with this one. You get like basic generic type motors with this one. You don't get no China battery, but you get a Samsung battery. People, let me tell you something. It's the same damn scooter. It's the same scooter. He's just not selling anything. It's the same Alibaba scooter that he's buying, that he can't sell at the high price. So he put it to $14.99. So when you go to his website and you click where it says proprietary motor or basic, it's the same motor. The same thing. Because if that is supposed to be a weaker model with a less quality motor, less quality controller, then how could he call that the world's fastest scooter? Makes no logical sense. Do you understand me? So this is a desperate attempt from Dualped to get some sort of sales. And you know, there's a sucker born every day, so a sucker will go and buy it for $14.99 and waste their money when they could have just bought it direct from Alibaba, which brings us to another point in this particular stream. The Dualped guy seems to have a lot of things to say regarding Alibaba. But I want you to go watch his video. Use critical thinking, use your mind, and think about what he's saying. In his stream, he said that the scooter that you see on the screen, that particular scooter, the Dualped guy claimed on the record that he is the designer of that scooter, the manufacturer of that entire mold in terms of the body, the design, the way the scooter is crafted. He want you to believe that he is the manufacturer of that. If you see, and he said, if you see any scooter that look like that, or like the Scorpion, that it's coming from him, and he's the one who supply other suppliers and sellers, right? Even on Alibaba. Now, use critical thinking. You're an adult. You're spending your money to buy items that you love. If the Dualped guy is supplying Alibaba, then everything that the Dualped guy had to say that's negative about Alibaba would mean that the Dualped guy is a part of the scams that he's trying to help you avoid, because there really is no scam. That's just a bunch of BS. You see, you can get scammed anywhere if you don't know what you're doing. Again, I hope that I'm speaking to adults. I hope that the people that are viewing my content are actual adults who know how to use their brain when negotiating a deal. You see, if you are on Alibaba and you are negotiating a deal for a scooter, you as an adult have to make the right kind of decisions when you're communicating with someone overseas. Which means before you spend a dime, before you even make a payment, you gotta negotiate with your seller, with the supplier. You have to gather photos. You have to gather information about what you're buying. Don't just buy something from overseas and you don't got no information about it, because it's coming from overseas. You have to make the necessary arrangements with the seller to find out, what kind of battery am I getting? What kind of scooter am I getting? Am I getting the scooter that is on your page, that's in the image? May I see photos of this particular scooter? I would like for you to open the scooter and take photos for me so I can verify that it's the scooter I'm receiving. You have to be an adult. You don't just go take your money and just hand it to somebody and you don't know what you're buying. Because a lot of times on any website, even on eBay, have you ever shopped on eBay and saw a particular shirt and they're using a photo that they did not upload, but it's a photo of the product, but it's not a photo they uploaded? You need to know that you're buying what you're paying for. So all of this talk that the Dualped guy is saying regarding, oh, trade assurance is a scam and Alibaba is a scam and everybody's being scammed, that's to deter you from buying any scooters from Alibaba to buying it from him. In other words, I'm going to low down the price of the scooter that I had on sale for $2,000, $2,500 or more. I'm going to lower it down to $1,499. I'm going to plant the fear of them being scammed on Alibaba in their heart. So now they have to come to me because I low down my price $1,000. I given them a reason why they should buy from me, because obviously people are being scammed. Even though you, the adult, the one who think rationally, don't have any proof of said people who are being scammed. You see, anybody can tell you anything, but if they're not providing you documentation, proof, testimonials from actual living, breathing people that prove with dates, timestamps that they were scammed, then anything you hear is BS. Because on Alibaba, when you negotiate with a seller, with a supplier, you do everything within their app, which means it's recorded. All of your text messages, everything is in there. So you can see all the details. So all of these people he claimed got scammed, all of these people he claimed that went to Alibaba and lost their money and all of this nonsense, provide all of the documentation of said scams. So the people can see that you're telling the truth. Because I don't know, why would anybody go to Alibaba, get scammed, and then contact him to tell the Dualped guy, hey guy, I got scammed. I should have listened to you. Why would everybody be coming to him for? Why would everybody be going to Alibaba to get scammed only to lose their money and then come back to the Dualped guy to email him testimonies of losing money? All of what you hear the Dualped guy say is lies to promote a fear in you to not go to Alibaba to purchase any scooter, but instead to come to him. These are facts that I'm sharing you. I'm sharing with you the real. But what's more interesting, again, you are an adult, which means you should be thinking clear. Am I correct? So as an adult, if Dualped is the designer and the manufacturer of the scooter on the screen with the acrylic board, the fancy LED lights, if he is in fact the supplier, manufacturer of this scooter, and he claimed that he provide this scooter to all these different sellers on Alibaba, then wouldn't Dualped be in bed with the said scams he's talking about? Why would you supply a scooter to a site where all the sellers are scamming all the people? That makes sense? And then in his video, he talked about how if you were to buy the scooter from Alibaba, you're getting a cheap Chinese battery, not the Samsung batteries that I give you. But here's the problem. If you're supplying these sellers on Alibaba with this said scooter, then the scooter would already come with the battery that's in the scooter. So why would the sellers on Alibaba take out the batteries to put in a Chinese battery to sell? That makes no damn sense. Again, the Dualped guy is a fraud, and he's lying to you. Because if he's supplying a scooter, the scooter comes with the very same controllers, it comes with the same motors, and that is what the companies on Alibaba will sell you. So I want people to understand that the Dualped guy is a fraud. And his objective here is to low down the price of his already overpriced scooter, which is not on the level of no quality brand scooter. It's not on that level. And he's misleading you by saying, oh, if you buy the $14.99 scooter, you're not getting the proprietary motors with this one. You're getting like a basic motor. It'll get you up there, though. You'll be able to have a fair amount of speed, but it's not like my other scooter, when really it's the same scooter. That's the deception. In other words, if you're the type of person who got money to burn, and you said, you know what? I want to put this guy to the test. I'm going to buy the $14.99 one, and I'm going to buy his other scooter that is for $2,500. And this is only if you have the money to burn. And I'm going to open up all these scooters to the skeleton, and I'm going to take notes of every part that's inside of it. I guarantee you it's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing, people. Don't be deceived. When these scooters are put together, they're sealed. You understand? Even the covers for some of these scooters are sealed to prevent water from getting inside. So he can tell you anything that you want to hear. Oh, you're getting a Samsung battery. Lie. Lies. All lies. It's the same Chinese batteries that you get in these scooters. Let me tell you something. All of the batteries you get from Alibaba, from Dualped, is the same generic Chinese style batteries that only last a certain amount of time. They'll get you a lot of mileage. They'll last for a while, don't get me wrong. But they're not compared to the quality of the batteries you'll find in a Dualtron. Never. Never. You can't even compare this scooter to the quality, the craftsmanship, the motors of a Dualtron. The cheapest Dualtron is better than any Alibaba scooter. That's a fact. You understand me? When I make these videos, it is to give you, the viewer, the knowledge necessary to go out there on Alibaba and get any scooter you want, rather than going to Dualped, paying an arm and a leg. Because the man is robbing you by charging you outrageous prices for scooters that are not even worth that. That very same scooter you see on the screen, take that scooter out in the rain, it will be destroyed. Any scooter you take out in the rain will be destroyed. But when this guy promote and advertise the scooter, you see him in the snow. You see him riding around like this scooter is supposed to be in that type of conditions. No, it's not supposed to be in that type of weather. Do you see guys on their motorcycle speeding around in the snow or in the rain? No, because it's not good for the vehicle. Do you understand? Especially with all those lights, all that water and everything splashing all over those components, all of the metals and materials, it'll rust up and you'll have problems. You see the motors that is on that particular scooter on the screen? Those are the very same proprietary motors. And it's not even proprietary motors. That's just a name, a fancy name he threw on it. It's the same motor that you will find on nearly every Alibaba scooter being sold right now. That's the same motor. They come in different wattage, 3,200 watts, 5,600 watts, 5,000 watts. It all depends. But it's the same motors. There is nothing so proprietary about it. It's a scam, people. If you go to his website and you click on to buy that scooter for $14.99, it's the same scooter that he was selling for $2,500. It's the same thing. He just lowered down the price because he's not making no money. It's not selling. Why? Because I'm preaching from the mountaintop, telling people not to support this guy. You can go to Alibaba and buy the same scooter. I've already told you 1,000 times how to do it. Matter of fact, let me show you again. And Alibaba don't pay me jack. I'm just literally trying to look out for people because they're being misled by greedy salesmen who is not selling you quality, number one. They're not selling you high quality. You see, if you're going to be spending $2,500 and up on a scooter, you're best going to Dualtron Mini Motors. Because with that kind of money, you're going to get what you pay for. Hands down. Do you understand me? You're not getting no BS. You're getting a scooter. When you go to Mini Motors to buy a scooter, you are buying a scooter. A scooter that was built from the ground up with quality components. Their lowest quality scooter will last you longer than any Alibaba scooter. But if you don't want to spend that kind of money, if you don't feel the need to spend your hard-earned money on quality and you want something basic, then I would recommend buying your scooters through Alibaba. But don't think for a minute that if you buy an Alibaba scooter, that you'll be able to compete with that of a Dualtron. Because you're not. The Dualtron is literally night and day compared to these Alibaba scooters. Literally. They'll get you around. They're great recreational scooters. They can get you from A to B. They're pretty fast. You know, you can use them for work and so forth. But when you want the Mercedes-Benz, when you want the Lamborghini of scooters, you're going to have to go to Mini Motors. It's just that simple. That's a no-brainer. You know, everybody should know that by now, that Dualtron is literally the standard of all scooters. All of these other generic scooters that are coming out, they're knockoffs of what is the original. Again, buying an Alibaba scooter is not the end of the world. But if you're going to buy that said scooter on the screen, I would recommend you just go to Alibaba and buy it. Don't put your money in Dualped's pocket. Don't waste your time doing that. Go give that to the people overseas and get the scooter direct. But again, if you are ordering a scooter from Alibaba, you have to understand that your scooter is not going to come to you next week because there's a process to your order. And that's the downside of ordering from Alibaba. You have to wait. You have to wait about a month and a half in some cases. But if you don't want to wait and you don't want to go through the BS, then by all means, save your dollars and support Mini Motors USA. Support that company, support that website, and buy a scooter that actually will last you, a scooter that will make sense. Get your money's worth for your investment with fast shipping and so forth. That's if you don't want to wait. But if you want to save money and you just want a recreational scooter to get around and you're not interested in the flagships of scooters, then by all means, go to Alibaba and negotiate a deal for a scooter. Let's go over there right now. We're on Alibaba page right now. I'm going to close the chat. That way we can see everything on the screen. Now, as you can see, that's the scooter right on the screen. That's the scooter. You see the price? $815. $815. And this is if you're buying the scooters in bulk. And this is what the Dualped guy do. He'll buy a certain amount of these scooters in bulk. And he make a deal with these suppliers. The Dualped guy don't manufacture nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's in Canada. He is not manufacturing nothing. You see? And this is why I have to make my videos, because he's not honest with you. I believe that as a businessman, you have to be honest with the people. You have to be honest with the people. Once you start lying to the people, you lose credibility. And that's when I'm going to put you on Fraud Watch TV to expose you. So the very same scooter that he lowered down the price for $14.99 is the same exact scooter he was originally selling with the so-called proprietary motors. There are no special motors. No. No way. It's the same scooter. Because here's the thing, people. If the $14.99 Dualped that he's selling now is supposed to be a lower quality Dualped, then that means it's no different from what you would get on Alibaba. And I'm just saying that as an example because he wants to manipulate you and convince you that you're getting a different scooter. It looks the same, but it don't have the same components. It's a lie. It's the same scooter. Same exact scooter. The only difference is he lowered down the price because he's not making any sales. Do you see the ratings on his videos? People are thumbing down all his videos because they know he's full of crap. He's lying to the people. He's misleading the people with a bunch of false information. He even said he have a factory out there in China. Lying to the people, knowing good and well that he's ordering all these scooters in bulk and they're not selling. They're not. Where are all the testimonials? Where are all the unboxing videos? Where are all the people that say, here's my Dualped and here's my scooter and I just ordered this scooter? Listen, nobody's ordering anything. Why would the boss have to sit there lowering down the prices? Why? Nobody ain't buying nothing. Where's the unboxing videos? You know how many people come into his comment section telling him, I'm just ordered the scooter. Hey, I'm ordering the scooter for my son. Hey, I'm going to order me another scooter. I'm like, how many scooters all you people ordering, but yet you're not showing nothing? Yet you're not showing nothing. Yet you got people hating on me, talking about, oh, you're just jealous. You can't afford none of his scooters, and you can't this, and you can't that. Really? That's where we're going to go? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. I'm trying to educate people about real issues here. Now, as you can see on the screen, we got the scooter. The model of this scooter is two different types of models here. You have the YMS4 and the YM4S electronic scooters, right? 11-inch tires. The speed is, it says up to 85 to 90 kilometers. All of that is subjective based upon weight and so forth. Climate, hills, flat surfaces, downhill, it all depends. The range it says it would give you is between 60 to 80 or 60 to 75, depending on which of these models you actually get. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that this scooter can be purchased directly from Alibaba. It'll take you about a month to a month and a half to receive your particular scooter. But again, as I stated many times, when you go on Alibaba to negotiate a sale, you have to be thorough. Don't just go to one seller. Find this scooter from everybody that sells it and literally send them a message. Send them an inquiry. Inquire about the scooter. And then you ask questions. How's the packaging? You know, what kind of battery I got? You know, am I really getting the scooter that's in the picture? Could you send me a photo? Perhaps send me a video, a short video clip. If any seller isn't trying to give you that which you are asking for, or they're stalling, then that is when you know not to negotiate any further. Because obviously that seller is up to no good. You see, being scammed is something that in most cases people cause and bring on themselves because they're not a good negotiator. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to go forward in making a deal. You know, even in the US, if you want to buy an automobile and you go down to a dealership, you don't just walk in there and say, hey, let me get that car right there. Nah, that's not how you negotiate a deal, man. You walk in there and you take a look at the car and sit in the car, get a feel for the ride. You know the price of the car, but then you got to negotiate a deal because that seller wants to get that car off the lot. At the end of the day, they want to make sales. They ain't trying to sit around with all these cars. You the one bringing the paper. So you call the shots. You make the deals. And if they want to make paper, they're going to have to comply with whatever deal you throw on the table, and then they got to look at it and see if it makes sense. Because if it ain't making dollars, it don't make sense. So it got to be a good deal for both of you. You getting a good scooter, they're getting the paper, even exchange. We make a deal, you negotiate, you make your payment, it is what it is. Don't ever pay nobody on Alibaba through no Western Union or any of these other type of stuff. Use either your credit card or a bank transfer or something like that. Something that's recorded, you see? Something that's recorded so it's documented. And you always make sure that any order you do on Alibaba remain on Alibaba's app. Whether you are ordering through their website, make sure it's through the app. Don't go giving nobody your information through no offline emails or anything like that. That is how you get scammed. I mean, any adult would know that. But see, if a person isn't educated, then they would just put all their trust in all these people. Let me tell you something, man. Even with Alibaba or any website, you have to develop trust when you are dealing with people. Even banks don't trust you right away. They check your credit. They see if you're legit. And then, in order to build confidence with you, there's certain things they got to know about you, and then the trust will be developed. Do you understand? So you have to build a certain level of trust with your suppliers and sellers on Alibaba in order for you to make deals. If I don't feel comfortable spending my money with a particular seller, I won't negotiate no further. If I see anything that is a discrepancy, anything that seems fishy, if I ask a seller for any sort of information and he is reluctant to provide me that information, I bail out because I realize something ain't right here. Because on any website you go to, you can be scammed. But don't let the Dualped guy put fear in your heart from negotiating a deal for a scooter online if that is what you want to do on Alibaba. Again, you have the option of buying your scooters from Alibaba, or you can level up and put your dollars where they really should be, and that is with the so-called Dualtron, a Dualped, or whatever the case is, a quality brand. I recommend Dualtron. Why? Because their scooters are reliable. They're the flagship of all scooters. Everybody knows this. You search through YouTube for scooters, you will see the Dualtron, Dualtron Ultra, Dualtron Thunder, Dualtron Spider, Dualtron 3, Dualtron everywhere. If it's a Dualtron, you know it's good. Bottom line, everybody knows this. But if that's not your cup of tea, if you don't feel you want to spend that kind of money, then hey, your only option of getting a decent scooter would be through Alibaba, because I sure enough wouldn't buy it from no Dualped. No. For $2,500 for a scooter, forget that. You can buy 2-3 scooters right off Alibaba. Or you can save that money and put that towards a Dualtron. You can buy a Dualtron Spider. You can buy a Dualtron 3 and get your money's worth. Because if you buy a Dualtron Spider or a Dualtron 3, I mean, not only are you getting a quality scooter, you're getting quality battery cells, which is the most important thing, in my humble opinion, when buying a scooter. It's your battery. Your battery, the cells, the longevity of that battery, the lifespan of that battery, the range you get, very important. You know, the electronics of the scooter, the ergonomics of the scooter, all these different things is very important when purchasing a scooter. So I don't want people to feel that if you order anything from Alibaba that you're being scammed, because that's what the Dualped guy want you to think, because he want your money. That's why he lowered down his price on his Dualped that's not selling. So again, if you want to buy the Dualped, right, get the scooter directly from Alibaba. It's right on the screen. Right on the screen for you. Everything is right there. Same scooter, better price. And see, shipping is going to be, shipping for these particular scooters be somewhere between probably $300 to probably $400 for shipping, depending on who you're negotiating your deal with on Alibaba. So you'll probably be looking at approximately $1,100 to $1,200 for this particular scooter shipped directly to your house, right? And that's if you negotiate a deal with a seller. Again, when you're negotiating a sale on a deal on Alibaba, you go to your seller, you contact the seller, and you ask them and let them know, I want to buy a sample. I want to buy a sample of this particular scooter, one piece. I want to buy model number such and such and such. Make sure you have the model number. Also, you let them know I want the 60 volt, 26 amp hour, or 30 amp hour. You got to be very specific in your details, because if not, you may end up getting yourself screwed because you're not being thorough in what you exactly are, like what you're paying for. Also, learn how to upload photos so that your seller can communicate. And remember, these people are in China. So it would also be a good idea that when you're negotiating, if you can use some sort of language software, so that when you type, you can pretty much convert that into their language. That way you can make yourself clear. They have different software apps that can do that. You can even create little audio samples and send that in their language so that they can understand you even better. Sometimes a language barrier can cause a problem. Not saying that in some cases they don't understand English. There are people there that literally work for these companies that understand English. But my point is, you have to know how to communicate. Because sometimes you may ask for something and you know what you're talking about, but they may not understand what you are talking about fully. And they may end up sending you something you didn't want. So you got to be very clear about model numbers. Model numbers are very important. Don't just look at the scooter and think, oh, the image looked like the scooter I want. No, bro, you better look at the model number. Because again, a lot of times on Alibaba, sellers will have certain scooters and it'll show an image of a scooter. And when you buy it, it's not the scooter you ordered. So I'm making these videos to give you clear-cut advice. It doesn't mean that that seller scammed you. It just means that you didn't do your due diligence to make sure you're getting what you paid for. I don't know about you, but when it comes to my money, I need to make sure I know that my money is going to something that I'm going to get. So don't be afraid to make deals. Don't be afraid to negotiate on Alibaba. It's a marketplace. You can go there to buy a lot of products and different issues of different things you would like to have for your home and your lifestyle. And you can even start a business from ordering products from Alibaba. That's what the Dualped guy did. But it's not working for him. You know? He even talked about how the scooter that's on the screen, that he said it's better than the Dualtron. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? How could you compare this? How could you compare this machine to the Dualtron? The Dualtron Spider is better than this scooter. More reliable than this scooter. It's a nice looking scooter that you see on the screen. It looks nice. But there's so many problems with this scooter that I can tell you about. For example, and I've said this many times, the suspension on that scooter is going to fail. It's a spring. It's going to fail. The springs are going to begin to sag. And before you know it, you're going to need new dampers on the scooter. The mudguard on that scooter is going to break off. That's why they have that metal piece in the back of it to try to hold it together. But it's going to break off eventually. The water, if you're in the rain, is going to damage your battery. It's going to get into that deck. And it's going to fail you. And if you think these scooters are designed for you to jump on things and do wheelies and do all that, you are going to crash and die. because it's not built for that. It's not. It's to get you from A to B. That is the only benefit to using this particular scooter. If you're using it to commute, to do a little shopping, to get a little air, go to the park for a little spin, use the commute to go to and from work, excellent scooter for that purpose. But I'm here to give you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. With a scooter like this that you see on the screen, you got to protect the metals. You got to protect all moving parts that's on this particular scooter, which means you would have to use a certain type of grease to protect those areas from rusting, from possibly damaging. Don't ride the scooter in the rain. Don't ride it in no snow. Now, I have a scooter that I bought from Alibaba, and I've rode it in the rain. And I'm going to give my testimony on exactly what I've been through with my scooter, because I'm going to get on camera soon, and I'm going to show you my scooter that I got from Alibaba. And I want to tell you a few more details, but I'm going to share a couple of things that, I've been through with my particular scooter so that you can understand exactly what's going on. But with my scooter, right, I bought my scooter and everything was great. And I've been through the rain a lot. I've been through a lot of wet conditions with the scooter. And one thing you got to know about these particular scooters and why you have to take the advice that I'm sharing in this video is because it's an electronic scooter. It's not designed to be in the rain. It's not. Now, there are a lot of things you can do to try to waterproof the scooter, to protect it from rain. But at the end of the day, it's not recommended that you be in any wet conditions with these scooters. Now, let me explain what happened to my scooter, because it will happen to yours if you don't pay attention. And I repaired my scooter, by the way. But let me tell you what happened. I always got caught in the rain because I use my scooter to commute to and from work. It's very convenient. You get through traffic in a second. You can go different routes that you can't go with a car, and you definitely can't get there fast enough on a bike. But I've been through the rain a lot. And I noticed that the wire cable that comes out of the hub motor, it's in a position where it's like not protected. So over time, that wire will get gashes in it. And if you're not careful, water will get into that. And now you'll have electronic issues with your hub motor. So what happened one day, and this is a true story, I opened up my scooter deck board, and lo and behold, inside of my deck board was at least a half of inch of water inside the scooter. Yeah, a half inch of water was inside the scooter, just sitting there, just sitting inside the scooter. And I'm trying to figure out how this water got in the scooter. So I did all sorts of investigation, and it come to find out the rear of the scooter, where the tail lights are by the mud guard, there's a cable that run out from there, and it's a weak point on this scooter. It's a serious weak point on this scooter that if I had the photos, I would show it to you. But the rear of this scooter is a weak point. There's a way to fix that problem if you own this scooter. I ain't saying it's the end of the world, but I'm trying to give you the advice and the testimonial so that you can understand the details. But in the rear of this scooter, you have the hub motor cable that comes out the rear of the scooter, as well as the brake cable. Now, the manufacturers have a hole there, and they just put some sort of silicone or something. And what happens is over time, with the cables moving, it creates an opening. It creates an opening where water can be introduced to the inside of the scooter. So when I was in the rain, it was so much rain that over time, water was getting inside the scooter. And I was noticing a lot of problems with my front hub motor. Then my rear hub motor was acting up. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Water was getting in from the rear of the scooter because all of the water that's splashing is hitting all over the back part of the scooter, going right into where the battery is. And when I opened up my scooter and I saw all that water in there, I was like, wow, no wonder I'm having these problems, because the scooter is not designed to be in the water. And there are weak points. So I eventually was able to seal all of those openings. I don't have that problem no more, but I was able to seal it. I also discovered faulty wiring, where some wires had cuts in it that was being affected by the rain. And the worst of all my problems was one of my hub motors, the rear hub motor, was so rusted out. I'm going to do a video with it. I have all the photos. I have all the proof. I'm going to do a video with it because sometimes people would think, oh, you're just talking. No, I'm not talking crap. I'm talking real. Because of the rain, one of my rear hub motors literally rusted inside. Water must have got inside of the hub motor. It completely rusted inside. The wheel was unable to freewheel. You couldn't just take your hand and make the wheel spin. It was completely rusted. And because these particular motors, you just can't just go to the store and get a new one, because when you buy these things from Alibaba, and this is why I highly recommend anybody that's into scooters to buy from Mini Motors. Buy yourself a Dualtron, because through these particular companies, you're able to purchase the parts that is needed in case something break down, which is way better than dealing through Alibaba, because you may buy a scooter from Alibaba, and then if something break down, a motor, then what happens is you now got to wait a month and a half to receive those parts if they got them in stock. And in some cases, they may not. And in some cases, your seller may not even respond to your messages. This is another issue that you may face on Alibaba with certain sellers. I'm not saying all, but in some instances, some sellers will always be there to respond to your messages in the beginning before you make the deal, because they know they're about to get money. But after they make that sale, some sellers will ignore you. And you'll respond to them by saying, hey, I got a problem with this and I got a problem with that, and they're ignoring you. Now, that is when trade assurance come in. So don't listen to the Dualped guy when he tell you trade assurance is a scam, it don't work, and all this other nonsense. No. You should only buy from sellers that have trade assurance set. Because when a seller is ignoring you, that is when you use trade assurance by bringing in Alibaba into the mix. But you can only benefit from trade assurance if your negotiation process for your scooter was done within the Alibaba app, and you have all the records there for Alibaba to monitor, to pretty much be a mediator between the two of you. Do you understand? And when a situation pop off like that, you will win any sort of justice if a seller did you wrong. For example, if you order a scooter and the scooter you receive is not the scooter you want, then what you do is you take photos of the scooter, you send it to the seller, and you say, look, I didn't order this. Why you send me this? This is not what I ordered. Now, the seller got to do right. The seller got to either send you out the new scooter, refund you your money and let you keep what is there, or have to do something else. But if the seller is giving you a hard time, that's when you go to Alibaba and you bring the issue to them. And now through trade assurance, you're able to get a refund due to all your troubles. But if you negotiated a deal with a seller outside of Alibaba's app and something went wrong, then you screwed yourself. That have nothing to do with trade assurance. You're just not using the system the way it was designed to be dealt with. So don't listen to Dualped. But anyway, back to my point about my hub motor. It was completely rusted out. The wheel couldn't spin. And because I tried to get in hold of the seller that I originally bought from, the seller just wouldn't respond. Why? Because it goes back to what I said. Sometimes a seller figure they made a sale already. It is what it is. They don't need to go crazy with you no more. The sale is final. So when it's time for me to get a new motor, I couldn't get it. That's the point that I'm trying to make with Alibaba. You can get a scooter. But now when you get that scooter, you got to now think about, well, where am I going to buy replacement tires? Where am I going to get inner tubes? If a controller break, what am I going to do? If the brakes go out, what am I going to do? You got to plan all of this stuff beforehand on where you're going to get your supplies. Now, me personally, with the knowledge that I know how to search the whole damn internet and find every part of a scooter that I need. I have that knowledge. I have that information. I can find any tire. I can find all the parts. I can find everything I need for a scooter. Why? Because I did my research. So I know how to get components because of my experience. But being that I was unable to get a new hub motor, I had to repair my hub motor myself. Never repaired one. But now I learned how to do it. I took my hub motor apart, the whole hub motor, stripped everything apart, down to all the wiring inside, and it was totally rusted out. If I had the pics set up, I'll show you everything. But I'm going to do a new video with that to show you what I did. I cleaned out the entire hub motor, cleaned out all the rust. I had to use a lot of different things to try to loosen it. The magnets, I had to clean all of that stuff out. And it was all cleaned out. Everything was freshly done. I put like some grease in there, whatever the case is, to kind of smooth it out. Hooked up the motor back, put everything back together, sealed it, put a little type of silicone in there to make sure that it's sealed so that it's watertight. Hub motor's working perfectly right now. I repaired my own hub motor. Never did it before, but I learned how to do it. Now I know how to repair hub motors. Now I know how to do it. Why? Because I had to. Because there's no shop to go to. You literally have to become your own mechanic in some instances. So when you buy these scooters, you have to understand that not only are you buying a scooter, but you're also buying the responsibility of having to repair your scooter in case things go wrong. So with that being said, there's not an issue with buying scooters from Alibaba. The only issue there is if you're negotiating with a seller and that seller is getting kind of fishy. And the way you test the seller is you ask the seller for photos of the scooter that you're trying to buy. Ask them to see unique photos of that scooter. If you're listening to me, please be advised that what I'm giving you is great advice. Don't just buy it. Ask the seller for photos, detailed photos, not the same generic photos they have on the page. I need to see an actual photo of you showing the scooter. I need to see that. I need for you to demonstrate that this is in fact the scooter that I'm buying, so I have confidence in spending my money with you. And you'll be good. I will also be doing a review of the Dualtron Thunder. I am a proud owner of the Dualtron Thunder. So I will be doing a review on that on my Ringo TV Raw channel. I will also show my Alibaba scooter in comparison to the Dualtron Thunder. And I'm going to do several videos to show you the differences between the Alibaba scooter, what you get, from that of the Dualtron Thunder. It's going to be a great video. I'm going to try to get started on it tonight, do a little editing, a little filming. But this is to make you see and understand that when it comes to these scooters, I'm very, very passionate about this. I'm not saying that you should avoid Alibaba scooters and just go with this particular brand, even though I recommend that you buy the best. It pays to buy the best. If you can't afford it, then obviously you should go to the Alibaba route if you can't afford a Dualtron. But with all the Dualtron models that are out there, it's pretty affordable to actually own one. Because when you think about it, you're going to spend $2,500 on a Dualped that is going to give you problems over time. It's going to break down. This is a guarantee. You will have an issue. And when that day comes, you're going to be like, damn, where do I turn to? Who do I go to? Where do I find the parts? You're not going to be able to find them. You're not. Certain parts of these scooters you're not going to be able to get. Let me tell you something. If the stem of that scooter break, that's it. Your scooter is gone. You can't get the parts. So when it comes to buying a scooter, you have to get your scooter from a brand that can supply you with parts if anything went wrong. Not only that, but parts that actually are very sturdy, reliable, and don't break down. This is why people buy expensive cars. This is why people buy quality electronics and quality clothing, because they want to spend their money on something that is of value that is going to last them. When I look at my Dualtron Thunder, I see a machine. I don't see a scooter. I see a little machine. And you're going to hear more in my review. I'll save it for my review. But it's literally night and day. That's all I can tell you. But for everybody out there following this Dualped guy, don't get scammed. Please. Don't listen to that new video he put up trying to throw shade at me. Because I looked at his video and I saw what he had to say. You see it on the screen right there. He was dropping some words that was designed to take a shot at me. He said there is a shoe salesman out there pretending to be a fraud watch guy misleading customers. No, I'm not misleading nobody. I'm telling the customers the truth. The problem is you're misleading them by making them believe you have a factory and that you are the designer of that scooter. That scooter is all over Alibaba. So if Alibaba is scamming people according to you, Mr. Dualped, then that means you are the supplier of the very scooter to these sellers who are scamming the people. Why would you sell all these sellers scooters to supply to people if they're scamming the people? That makes no logical sense. You're a liar. You get your scooters from Alibaba, and I blown the whistle on that, and you're angry that I made the people know where you get your scooters from. Just be honest with the people. You be honest with the people, you won't be on fraud watch, because I take this very serious. Very, very serious. This is serious business for me. You see? All those people you claim that got scammed, because all through your page, you were like, yeah, this person got scammed. They lost their money. Listen, to everybody that's viewing, ask the Dualped guy for facts. Facts. Don't just believe hearsay. Get documentation. Show me the testimonials of the people. Let me see the actual images of their Alibaba transcript of them making a deal with a seller and then getting scammed. Show me that. You can never show me that, because if you have documentation that you had a seller and you negotiate and you got scammed through trade assurance, you'll get your damn money back. That's a lie. He's lying to you. If you follow all the rules concerning Alibaba when negotiating a deal, you will get a refund if somebody tried to play you. That's what trade assurance is for. It's to protect you. So don't tell me people are getting scammed. If anybody got scammed, it's because they don't know how to negotiate and they did something dumb. But I can guarantee you, nobody contacted Dualped to tell them that they got scammed. That's a lie. Why would they contact him? He's not customer service. They weren't ordering from him. How'd that look? I order from Alibaba, get scammed, and then I quickly jump on the phone to Dualped and say, hey, Dualped, guess what? I ordered a scooter and I got scammed. Baloney. Makes no logical sense. He's lying to the people, and he have no documentation. Again, show the people documentation, not no made-up stuff, because I'm telling you right now, I know how Alibaba works. I've ordered from Alibaba. So don't try to make up no phony negotiation to try to put some video out there. Well, I had a customer, they sent me there. Listen, no customer's sending you anything. Stop lying. Just let the people know you're not making no sales. Sales are down, and you lowered your price down to $14.99 to try to compete with Alibaba. You're telling the people that you supply Alibaba with scooters, but yet you're selling the base model for $14.99. Isn't the base model the same model that's on Alibaba? You're not making no sense, Dualped. You're not making no damn sense. Now you're talking about, well, now you can buy from us direct. So you don't want them to buy from Alibaba because you're telling the people that they're being scammed, not because Alibaba is scamming anybody, because they're not. You're telling them that because I direct people to Alibaba to buy the scooter that you're selling. That's why. You're a fraud, and they're not going to buy anything from you. They're going to go to Alibaba and buy their scooter. Because as I said before, this scooter is going to give you issues over time. Matter of fact, let me show you something. Let me see if I can show you something here, because people don't realize what they're getting into. I'm going to try to show this to you, right? Let me see. All right. Let me see. Let me open this up on the screen. See if I can show this for you. All right. Do you see? Man, I can't put this mouse part on the screen, but let me see what I can do. Maybe I can use something as a mouse. All right, I think I know what I can do. I'll use this image as a mouse. I'll use this image as a mouse. Let me see. Hey, you got to use what you can, right? All right, this is my mouse. You see this area up here? You see the welding? You see that, the poor welding that's in there? You see that? Do you see that area there? That's the part that is holding this whole structure with this wheel, with the motor, the brakes, the suspension, all of that movement, all of that friction, all of the bumps you're hitting. This part right here, this little welding right here, is what's holding this piece to this upper piece. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that because it goes back to what I told you about quality and craftsmanship. The scooter may look nice, but I'm here to tell you, don't be out there doing no crazy jumps. Don't be in the rain, because if you weaken this area, you'll be riding and this whole front piece will break right off and you'll go crashing on the floor. Disaster. Because it's not meant to be in the rain. Because see, this piece right here is not a mud guard. Water is constantly hitting this if you're in the rain. Now, if you're not riding in the rain and you're not riding hard, then you really don't have nothing to worry about. But always know, these scooters have weak points. My scooter have this very same weak point. And what I do is I put grease all over this area here. I put grease there. Even if I'm not in the rain, I put grease here and up inside of this area. Just for safe reasons, you know. All of the parts by the suspension, I put grease because I'm trying to maintain the integrity of the scooter to last a certain amount of time. You see? So it's very important for me to do that. Let me turn back on this chat. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Yep, here we are. I'm back again. Had to go check my door. Thought I heard somebody knocking. I'm expecting a package. Let's see what we got here. Valentine, what's going on? Who else we have here? F. Masusa. Want Good Scooter by TNT or Dualtron. I think you mean TNE. Go with the Dualtron. Just go with the Dualtron. If you have the money, go with the Dualtron. If you're spending, look, let me just break it down like this. You first of all have to look at what is your budget. What are you trying to spend? That's the main thing. What are you trying to spend? If you are spending, because some of these sellers on Alibaba, they're gonna hit you with shipping. Some of them be charging you like damn $400 or $500 shipping. It's getting crazy. It wasn't like that when I first bought my scooter. You know, the shipping was not as expensive as it is. They're getting hip because a lot of people in different countries and states are buying scooters now. So they're like, wait a minute, we got to make some money. But now, if you're going to be spending somewhere between $1,600 to $1,800 for a scooter, your best bet is to go buy yourself a Dualtron. Because now you're spending money that is a whole lot. I would not just take that money and throw it to Alibaba. At that point, no. If you're buying a scooter and it's like around $1,300, $1,200, $1,100, $900 and less, then okay. But now once you start crossing that $1,500, $1,600, $1,800, nah, we got to save our money. We got to get the flagship scooters and just do the thing the right way. But yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there. So you see that on the screen. You can clearly see the part of the scooter that I showed you that is the weak point, which is up in here. Got to be very careful with that. You know, secure this area right here because the welding on these scooters over time may become weakening due to rain, a lot of abuse. Because I see these scooters where people are doing videos and they're doing crazy things like, jumping off different things. And I'm like, listen, this is not a mountain bike. This is a scooter. You understand? It's a mountain. It's not a mountain bike. It's a scooter. It's not meant for you to be doing a bunch of crazy stunts. You are going to damage the product. You see? So be careful with these scooters. Don't put them in the rain. Don't put them in the snow. It's not for that. Now, the scooter that I have, I'll use it in the damn rain. I'll use it in the snow whenever because it's not my main scooter. As I said earlier, I am an owner of a Dualtron Thunder. So, and I'm also going to purchase either a Dualtron 3 or a Dualtron Spider. I originally was going to purchase another Alibaba scooter. And if I'm correct, I was going to buy, it's a scooter from the TNE brand, right? I was going to buy one of those scooters. It's a blue scooter. I think it's called the Q4, what is it? Something plus. Let me see if I can pull it up on the screen. Here we go. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can pull it up on the screen. Let me go see if I can search it. Let me just type in TNE. See if it comes up. Because it's very important that you know what you're buying, right? Let me see. Because it's by the brand TNE. It's a blue scooter. I was going to buy that scooter, but I changed my mind for various reasons. Hold up. Let me see something here. I see a hub motor. Let me see what this is. Hold on a second. Looks interesting. Looks like you can buy hub motors from Alibaba. Let's see. This thing is taking long as hell. What the hell is going on here? This is a hub motor. Oh, but that's a 12-inch motor, probably for a moped or something like that. Yeah, that's not really what I'm looking for. That's for a moped. But that's just an example of how you can buy things direct from Alibaba. But let me look for that scooter that I'm searching for. Let me click here since this is a TNE brand scooter. If I scroll through, you might get other scooters that's from this particular brand. And see, this particular scooter here, you can get this for cheap on Alibaba, this one right here. Again, if you just want a basic scooter, then that would suffice whatever it is you're trying to deal with. All right, this is the scooter right here I was going to buy. This one called the Creator Plus. I was going to buy that scooter. I had contacted a seller on Alibaba, and what's interesting enough is when I went to that particular seller, I can share this particular information with you because it's being recorded live and it will help you. I went to that particular seller and I ran a test. I asked the seller to show me the battery of the scooter. I said, I want to see the battery. I want to see what kind of battery it have inside, because when you look at this particular scooter, let me see if I can go to it. I'm trying to find the main home page. Let me see if I can find the main home page for this brand here, because I don't see it. Let me see. But anyway, let me get right to the point, right? I tried to negotiate a deal for this particular scooter that you see on the screen called the Creator Plus, right? And I went to the seller and, I asked how much would the scooter cost. He gave me a price. But I also asked him, I said, look, I want to buy the scooter, but I also want to get an extra battery with my purchase. In other words, I'm buying the scooter, but I also want an extra battery. So he sent me a photo of a battery that clearly is not the battery that belonged in that scooter. Because the battery that is supposed to be in this scooter is supposed to be a waterproof battery that is black and it's inside of a case. So I literally responded back to the seller, but he never responded back. So it kind of made me feel a little funny, a little fishy with this process. So I'm like, why would you send me an image of a battery that is not the battery that's in the scooter? You see? And this all goes back to when you are negotiating with a seller and you do the right thing by asking them questions. You have to do that. Now, it's a nice looking scooter. Don't get me wrong. This particular scooter here, I like this one, the TNE Creator Plus. I really like that scooter. I was ready to order that scooter practically in this week. Literally, I was ordering this scooter to be the replacement for my current Alibaba scooter. It was supposed to be a scooter that I would use to go to and from work. But once I counted the cost and I realized that the seller didn't respond back as fast enough as I would have liked with the information that I requested, I decided that I don't think I'm going to order it. Because the last thing I would want to order is a scooter that I don't even know if the battery is the correct battery. And the seller didn't respond back. Actually, the seller told me to email someone else to ask them for detailed images about the battery. And once I got that, a red flag flew up. And I said, you know what? Beautiful looking scooter, but I won't be buying it. I won't. I would rather spend that money on another scooter from Mini Motors where I can get my money's worth. And that's just a fact. Nice looking scooter. I'm not saying that, they won't sell you the same scooter. I'm not saying that the guy was scamming. I don't have that information yet. I really don't. Because they didn't respond back. Maybe they might respond back. They might apologize. Maybe there's a language barrier. I don't know. But the point that I'm trying to make is that as a negotiator, you have to ask questions. Don't just, buy something and you don't have the facts, you don't have the information that is needed. Learn how to negotiate. Let the seller know exactly what you're looking for so that you could have the confidence in making your purchase. Let me see. I just spent $3,000 on the Dualtron 3 from Mini Motors. That's great news, bro. That's great news. I just recently got my Dualtron Thunder as well. Excellent, great news. And when you get your scooter, you are going to be literally on fire over it, man. I'm going to tell you that right now, because my Dualtron is literally, my Thunder is in the living room right now. I have it set up on a turntable because I'm supposed to be doing a review, and I'm going to post that on my Ringo TV Raw channel. But when I unboxed that scooter and I saw the quality, I was like, damn, I spent my money the right way. I was like, damn, yo, this is a machine. It's a little intimidating, even though I'm used to these scooters. But when I initially took it out the box, I was like, first of all, I was like, damn, this scooter is heavy as hell. I'm gonna let you know that right now. The Dualtron Thunder is not lightweight. I got to get the tow handle for it. But it's heavy, man. But I'm gonna order either the Dualtron 3, the one you got, or the Spider, because I heard the Spider is super light. I just need me a scooter to get to and from work, and I'm able to move it around, carry it around. I just want a lightweight scooter that just get me from A to B, but it's reliable. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Spider. I just need to know that it will allow me to have a lot of foot room, because I don't know how much room is on the deck. But either way, I'm going with either a Spider or a Dualtron 3. I actually seen a brother in the city with a Dualtron 3 the other day. I was on my regular Alibaba scooter coming home, and I saw this brother. He came out of an apartment building, and I looked, and I got an eye for Dualtrons. I looked, I saw the lights. I was like, oh snap. Yo, he got a Dualtron 3. Yo, he took off. He flew. I was like, yo. I tried to chase him down, but he was gone. He was gone. But it made me realize that I'm not the only one out here with scooters. There's a lot of people out here with scooters. Let me see. You said I just ordered the fingerprint scanner too, but yeah, I can't wait to get it. I didn't order my fingerprint scanner yet, but I'm going to get that. Definitely got to get that, because that is like a anti-theft device. I mean, it can't stop somebody entirely from robbing your scooter, but it will definitely make a person think twice, because if they can't turn on your scooter, they're gonna bounce. And even if you have your scooter with you, it's just a good option to have, especially if you have kids and you don't want them to tamper with your scooter, because I have daughters, and the last thing I would want is for them to just turn on the scooter and there's an accident. So that fingerprint option for the Dualtrons is definitely a must-have for security reasons. I wish they had like a key entry thing or some sort of key to kind of open up, like turn on the scooter like a car. But the fingerprint thing is pretty much good enough. I have to order mine. Let me see. You said the Spider is like $2,500. That's not bad. I could easily get that. Wish could post pictures. I mean, I have all those images. Let me see if I can pull something up. Let me see. But yeah, that Creator Plus scooter, I really wanted to get that scooter, the TNE, but the person didn't negotiate properly, so I kind of just changed my mind. My mind is pretty much set on buying a Spider, Dualtron Spider, or the Dualtron 3. The Dualtron 3 is pretty much in between the Thunder and the Spider. I mean, you can't go wrong with none of these scooters. They're literally all, well, I'm not gonna say they all the same, but when it comes to craftsmanship, quality, the deck, the design, you're getting the same thing, but with the Thunder, you're getting like the Advance, and then the Dualtron 3, you're like right in the middle. You're getting speed, you're getting the lights, you're getting the nice brakes, quality tires, the list goes on. It just goes on and on. Let me see what's going on here. You must send it in to unlock. You talking about the what are you talking about when you say send it in to unlock? Let me see. What's he said? Be careful. Fingerprint scanner can block your engine totally. Oh, really? That's crazy. I mean, yeah, you got to be careful with all these different things, but it all depends. Like if you don't have to have the fingerprint scanner. You really don't have to. The whole point of it is that it's just an added feature of security that if you brought your scooter, let's say you brought it to work and you keep it parked inside of a room and, you got a bunch of people here and you don't really know them like that, then the fingerprint option would definitely pay for itself because in case anybody try to steal your scooter, they can't. But now they could steal it. They can, they can literally roll your scooter out. So you can't stop someone from stealing the scooter. You'll just prevent them from turning it on. You understand? But again, the fingerprint option, if I can be honest with you, you can loose it and take it off and turn on the scooter. So in a way, there's a way behind it. Unless, let's say, for example, you have the option set and someone tried to alter it by taking it apart. I don't think the scooter would turn on because if the fingerprint is what turned it off, then if you loose off the wires and disconnect the entire fingerprint option and try to just use the throttle device, I don't think the scooter would turn on because it was shut off by the fingerprint option. So maybe I'm wrong in that point because I don't have all the knowledge on the fingerprint option, but I know that it's a great option to have on your scooter. But with the Dualtron, one thing I like about the Dualtron, it have that the power switch that's on the bottom. I think that's a great option because a lot of times with these scooters, and it's something that always concerned me. Hi, Cha Willie, how you doing? What always concerned me about these scooters is that you could just turn them on directly from the throttle, from that device. It always concerned me. And I like the fact that with the Dualtron, you have a main power switch on the bottom that you could just turn off. So if you have kids or anything around, not that my kids play with my scooters, they don't do that. But at the end of the day, it always been a thought that they could just hold down a button and turn the scooter on. And it's like, yo, that would be a horrible accident with kids. So safety and these options is very, very, very important. I hope to see new options from Mini Motors of more security options for their scooters, like options that will prevent the wheel from even spinning. In other words, if you park your scooter, the wheels won't even turn. Literally, nobody can't roll the scooter. It literally would stay right there. It can't turn. It can't freewheel because there's a certain option or some sort of device that is used to protect the scooter to give it more security. But nonetheless, the scooter is a tank. It's a machine. And I'm very, very happy that I purchased the Dualtron Thunder because it allowed me to see another side of the scooter game that I didn't see before. It's one thing to see videos on YouTube. It's one thing to hear people say, yo, man, the Dualtron is better or this is better. Listen, when you own it and you can literally see it, you will understand. I took my Dualtron Thunder to work one day, and I mean, man, when I tell you the difference, and I was when I was scooting around with it, I didn't push it to the limits because it's kind of intimidating at first. It really is. because you're like, man, I don't want to mess nothing up. But all through the streets, if you listen, do you know how many people was stopping to ask me, where did you get that scooter from? Where? Wow, look at that. I mean, they love the lights. They love the quality. It just looks good. But I'm considering the Spider. Oh, you got a Spider? Who's that? Themi STX2? You got a Spider? You said Spider owner. I think I'm going to get the Spider. I think I'm going to get that because it's the most affordable of the 3 of the Dualtrons. So I think I might get the Spider. I really can't wait to get it. I mean, I just got the Thunder, but I was going to order another scooter, as I said earlier, from Alibaba, and I decided to cancel that and put that money that I was about to spend, because I was about to spend about a good $1,600 and change on an Alibaba scooter, and I kind of counted the cost. I said, you know what? Why buy this scooter when I can just go buy me a Dualtron? You know? So I literally have that money sitting right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up my Dualtron. I have a lot of optional pieces that I want to order to, deck the scooter out, pimp out the ride. But you're going to see that review. It's going to be on my Ringo TV Raw channel. So I'm going to put that out there. Because, I hear a lot of people, they telling me that I'm hating on the Dualped guy because I can't afford a Dualped. I own a Dualtron Thunder. Trust and believe, I am not hating on no Dualped. Keep that in mind. And I own Alibaba scooters. My purpose for making videos about Dualped is to educate the public on ordering scooters. Do you understand? That's what this is about. If you're a fraud, if you're a liar, you will be exposed. It's that simple. Because people spend a lot of money on scooters. People work very hard for their money. And I am not going to direct people to buy anything from Dualped when they are misleading the people with false information. Don't tell the people you have a factory when you don't. Don't do that. Don't tell the people, oh, the scooter is now $14.99 when it's the same scooter you always been selling. Because it's the same scooter. Don't tell them, oh, that's the non-proprietary motors. How do we know that? How do we know? How do we know that, we're getting a Samsung battery? Do the batteries say Samsung? Because I can guarantee you, if you open that scooter up, you will see a blue Chinese battery inside that bad boy. Guaranteed. You will see a blue China battery inside that Dualped. The same battery that's in my scooter is the same battery that's inside that Dualped. The same battery. And what's funny is when your batteries start to die out, because it will over time, trust and believe, those China batteries, they work. They'll get you through for about a year or 2, depending on how hard you push the scooter. But when you need a new replacement, try ordering one. Good luck with that. Good luck with ordering one. Now, I ain't saying you can't, but it'll be a little expensive. Because if you try to order it direct from Alibaba, they're going to probably charge you probably about $400 for that battery, man. That's right. Because you have to understand the weight of the battery, the shipping from overseas, it's going to cost you. That's why it's always good that if you're ordering a scooter from Alibaba, that you also ask them how much would it cost to order an extra battery. That's wisdom right there. Because when you're buying all of these scooters from overseas, it's best you get the parts needed. So if you want extra tires, get the tires while you can. Now, every scooter tire, I can find them for super cheap. I know all the websites. I do all my due diligence. I know where to find them. Don't send me a bunch of messages asking me, hey, man, can you tell me where I could get? Listen, you donated? Did you give me any sort of support? Don't come asking me for deals. Time is money. My advice is not for free. You want to find where you can get things at a low price? leave a donation. Real talk. PayPal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Leave a donation. I can get all of that stuff for lower prices. Not everything, but when it comes to tires, I think that I am the go-to guy for tires. Because even for my scooter, when I first got my Alibaba scooter, it caught a flat. It has tubeless tires. Now, I don't have the tubeless kit on how to fix a tubeless tire. I didn't have the kit at the time. I have the kit now. I know how to fix tubeless tire flats. But when I first got my flat, I didn't know what to do. I was like, damn. I thought there was an inner tube in the tire. I didn't know it was tubeless. I took the tire apart. I was like, oh snap, there's no inner tube. What the hell is this? And then I realized it's tubeless. I searched the internet, couldn't find nothing. I searched and searched and searched and searched. And finally, I found a website that have my tires. Man, I bought damn near 15 of those tires. Because of the price that I saw, I said, what? I ordered 15 tubeless tires for my Alibaba scooter. I don't need no tires no time soon. I am good. And if I were to get a flat, I know how to fix a tubeless tire flat because I bought the kit that you use to fix a tubeless tire flat. But I got brand new tires. I already ordered new tires for my Dualtron. Not that I need them, but I got them on order already because I found some secret site that sell the Dualtron tires for cheap. And I'm like, found me a source, saving me a whole lot of money. Because you have to understand, all of these parts can be gotten if you know where to go. But when it comes to the Dualtron, you will have access to the parts way faster than any of the Alibaba scooters. This is why I believe that ordering a Dualtron is the best thing you can do if you want a scooter. But if you don't want to go that route, then hey, you can go to Alibaba route. You know, it is what it is. It's all about what you want to do. So that's pretty much it. Oh, I never even put the damn picture on the screen. Let me see. This is from the Mini Motors USA website. Let me turn off the chat for a second. This is the Dualtron 3. Dualtron 3. Dualtron Thunder. Dualtron 3. Dualtron Spider. I actually like the Spider. I don't know why, but it just looks like a compact scooter. It got all of the features that is needed. I know it's light, and I can deck it out if I want, because I will, do a few things to it. But for the price, I think that it's perfect. It says it weighs only 45 pounds. That's light. For a scooter, that's pretty light. I can carry that. I can move it quick because in my line of work, I got to move around to different locations quick. So I think I may be considering this particular model right here. But yeah, now this, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a scooter company that sell actual scooters, real scooters, quality scooters. That's what you'll get from Mini Motors USA. They even have other scooters right here. The Speedway 5. Speedway Mini 4 Pro. All of these are scooters that fits everybody's budget, pretty much. But when you're getting down to the nitty gritty, with the big boys, you got to go with the Dualtron Thunder, Dualtron 3, or Dualtron Spider. All of them, all three of those scooters are great in their own respect. Pretty much. Let me get out of that screen. So you have a choice. it is what it is. You can get this scooter that's on the screen, or you can get a Dualtron. It all depends on what you are looking for. I have already owned Alibaba scooters, and I decided to level up, and it is what it is. Shout out to Alex Escobar. Shout out to him, because he was the brother who put me on to the Alibaba scooters. See, I give credit. He put me on to the Alibaba scooters. I always seen him in videos with scooters, and there was one day he had a video showing people how to order scooters from Alibaba, and I ordered one. You understand? From watching his videos. So you can order scooters from Alibaba. He also ordered himself a Dualtron Thunder as well. So it is what it is. I hope everybody out there enjoy their scooters. Shout out to all the Dualtron crew, everybody that owns a Dualtron. I'm going to have a review on my Ringo TV Raw channel about that scooter. Full detailed review in full HD. It's going to be very thorough, very professional. I take these type of things very serious. It's not just a scooter, it's a machine. And it's something that I am very proud to own. After ordering Alibaba scooters and I compare the two, I'm telling you, I can't wait to get another one. So with that said, Mr. Dualped, tell the people the truth. Don't scam the people. Don't scam the people no more. Let them know the truth. Stop telling the people about proprietary motors. Stop lying. Stop lying. You're not talking to some average YouTuber here. I take this stuff very serious. I don't like fraud. I don't like liars. I believe in good business. I believe in telling people the truth about what they're buying. Don't lie about it. Oh, you just sent me 2 videos? All right. I'll check that right after I get off this particular stream right here. Yeah, I'm trying to link up with a lot of people because I'm from New York. I'm out in Brooklyn, New York. So I know there's a lot of cats out here who got the Dualtron. I don't care what Dualtron you got. We all need to link up. Whether you got a skateboard, e-board, whatever the case is, we need to form like a crazy crew and everybody just link up somehow. And everybody get some GoPros and go live at the same time and, make some interesting videos and have fun. Because that's what it's all about. This weather is about to warm up. And I'm not playing. I am not playing. What else? I seen this optional piece. I'm not sure if it works for the Spider. I'm not sure if it works for the Dualtron Spider, but I seen this external battery pack that's for the Dualtron. And I believe it worked for the Spider. And I think it goes up to about 18 amp hours. It's an extender, a battery extender. Damn, where the hell is that thing? I know I seen it somewhere, but I can't really pull it up right now. But it was a battery extender. And I was like, wow. Do they make that for the Thunder? I mean, imagine a battery extender that you can put on your scooter. And you end up getting 50 amp hours of range. Man, that would be great. But anyway, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to check the Instagram page, see those 2 videos you sent. I hope somebody learned from this video and don't go wasting their money with Dualped and getting scammed. Again, if you're going to buy that very same scooter from Dualped, go to Alibaba and order. It's just that simple. Just go there and order the scooter. You'll get it for less. Don't waste your time with what you call this guy, this Dualped guy, because he's crazy. He's robbing the people and misleading them. And that's the reason why he ain't making no sales. It's because he's being a dishonest businessman. I am not against a man having a business. I'm not against a man making money. I am not no hater. I'm about good business. Don't lie to the people. Don't deceive the people. And you'll make your money and you'll have a good business. But when you mislead the people and you lie to the people, then that's a problem. Let me see what's going on. 209 miles per hour said, why haven't you linked up with the New York electronic skateboard crew, e-board, scooters, unicycles are all welcome. Follow, who's that? Tyshawn channel. Is that a channel on YouTube? I'll look at it in the replay and see what's going on. I'm a busy guy, you know, very, very busy. So I really can't keep up with who's who. But I'll check it out. They like have 70 plus members in their crew. I'll check it out because that's what it's all about, you know. It's about linking up, having fun, seeing how everybody use their toys, and you know how they customize their vehicles and all of that, you know, whether it's e-boards and e-bikes and e-scooters, whatever the case is. Everybody is normally unique in how they want to do their thing. So with that being said, I'm gonna get out here. I gotta get something to eat. I'm kind of tired, but I hope that people learned something from this video. Again, I have no interest in destroying a man's business. This is about quality service and telling the truth to the people. Any business you own, be honest to the people. Don't lie. Don't ever lie in business. Don't be crafty. Don't deceive. Because if you do, you will end up on Fraud Watch TV. I'm out. Peace.